Hey Virgo, how are you? Virgo, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. I just love having you guys around, okay? I just want you guys to understand how much I here at Luminant Libra Tarot appreciate you, okay? Virgo, I'm excited to get this reading out for you, okay? Because we are actually going to cover a very interesting topic here. We're going to talk about the one who got away, okay? We're going to talk about either the one who got away or maybe somebody from your past that you may have missed, that connection, whereas, all the time you meet people that you establish great like base energy with them, and then all of a sudden, maybe due to factors of life or other circumstances or just choices, you don't necessarily pursue that option, and you kind of have them lingering in the back of your mind, right? You ever have those kind of people? Well, Virgo, the intention for this reading is to explore that. Okay. This is a timeless message, which means that it's not going to be restricted by any sort of, time frame. All right. However, you've been guided to this video, or however this video guides its way to you, Virgo. Now, Virgo, you could be, this could talk to your Virgo sun, moon, rising, or Venus. This can also talk to the cross watcher of whom you were dealing with. So if you're the cross watcher and the person you were dealing with, or the person that you have on your mind is a Virgo, and you've always wondered about the energy that you guys shared, then cross watcher, this might be your video as well. Before I start laying cards, I will go ahead and just announce, please do not don't stress yourself out trying to stretch the meaning of this to your life. If it doesn't apply, it doesn't apply, okay? Just check out your other signs, or or watch another reader, because they may have more information for you, okay? So wow, the first card that just flopped right out there, Virgo, was reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Wow, okay. You deserve love. You are lovable. Yeah, you are. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Wow, Virgo. Interesting. Okay, Virgo. I'm getting automatically, I'm getting a couple of different scenarios here. I feel like this is going to talk to maybe a specific group of two specific groups of Virgos, possibly. Virgo, I feel like there's someone from your past that you did have a reconciliation with, because maybe this person was from a missed connection before. I say that to say this is probably maybe somebody who you've had multiple reconciliations with. Okay, maybe you guys would connect and everything would be so, great, and everything would be so, lovable and caring, and they give you everything that you would want and everything that what you would desire from love. Okay, and probably this is someone that you really kind of have in the back of your mind, like on reserve for, like, hey, I'm ready to take this thing to the next level if you are. So you probably may go back and forth between having a romantic relationship with this person, and or trying to have a more platonic relationship with this person. I feel like you're keeping this person around, or you were keeping this person around, more so, just not to say that they were on standby, or that they were at your disposal, but it's just more so, you just knew that you wanted this person around in your life. So even if they weren't around as a romantic partner, they've been around as a friend, possibly. Okay, and then you guys may just keep revisiting this. You guys may be like, you keep revisiting this friendship slash relationship kind of thing, right? And either as soon as it gets ready to be a little bit more serious, as far as things that a relationship will become more serious about, whether someone did ask someone to marry them, or whether maybe you may have been getting ready to like have a budding family or something like that, or meeting the parents, or whatever that step up was. I just get the sense that you know, it never gets there, or it never got there. But let's see what the tarot says. Let's see what the tarot has to add here. Now, Virgo, again, like I said, you know, this may be you, or cross-watcher, this may be you if you were dealing with a Virgo. It's almost as if maybe the both of you even already know that. It's like it's almost as if you don't fight it. Like when you do feel those romantic energies for each other, it's like you don't fight it. You completely go for it. But at the same time, right? Like they've been slipping through the cracks, right? Let's take a look at why. What's been going on between you two? Spirit, please allow us to interpret your messages for Virgo. Why hasn't this really ever been able to be a solid thing? A solid, steady relationship dynamic. What's been holding that up? Uh-oh. Oh boy. Okay, we got 2 cards to come out, which is exactly what we needed. So we got, oh wow, we got the Fool, and then we got Death. I feel as though there's a lot of fear here. There is a lot of uncertainty. Someone feels as though they may have a little bit more growing to do, possibly you, Virgo. Virgo, you could have, so far, I feel like you could have been dealing with I feel like you may have been dealing, honestly, with like some a fire sign, or possibly a water sign. I mean, it didn't have to be. One second, guys. Sorry, this is one of those readings where Spirit woke me up like really early. So my brain is working a lot faster than my motor skills, if you can believe that. Anyways, excuse me. So yeah, right out the gate, I mean, it's like y'all rush into this energy like, yeah, it's gonna work this time. But then over time, it's like y'all end up having to put it to an end, because you realize that it's like, you know, it's just not this transformative love and energy that you know you do deserve. It's like you're both are just keep coming back to the familiarity of the situation, and not really allowing things to change. But you want things to change. It's like you're holding on. It's like you're holding on to, how can I say it? Like your willingness to not change is exactly the reason why you guys keep going over and over and over again. You feel like you're starting off at square one with them all the time, because there's this desire to really like put an end to it, or to at least like, you know, keep something changed and not keep it changing back. 9 of Cups. Virgo, this person is somebody that you really want to a certain degree, right? Or a part of the issue is that you aren't ready to give up the things that you have been wanting to pursue. You aren't ready to give up, you know, the things that give you great pleasure, right? You know, you don't want to put that in jeopardy. Or you didn't want to put that in jeopardy. I'm getting the sense that here with the Death card next to the 9 of Cups, if you just allow the situations to just really just run their course, you may find out that you might end up being a lot happier, or as happy as you intended to be, but a lot sooner. Okay? You guys keep getting drawn back to one another. I see it. Yeah, you guys keep getting drawn back to one another. However, for one reason or another, someone is like always easily distracted. And it always ends up putting that relationship on ice because they either are always distracted or they're just, operating from the sense of, I'm just going to do my own thing. And yeah. And then the Eight of Coins here is saying that, someone is definitely trying to, I feel like someone's definitely putting in the effort to try to show that Virgo, you are their dream come true. Or Virgo, you're trying to put in the work and the effort to show someone that, vice versa, that they are your dream come true. Someone is trying to, somebody's really trying to work hard for the steady attention of Virgo. And they have it, but they don't have it, right? Like they have it because, you guys are awesome friends, even when you're not lovers, right? You're great friends. However, Virgo, I feel like this person, there's a sense that the person that you may be thinking about here, or, honestly, I really feel like this could be talking to the cross watcher. A lot of the videos have been coming out have been speaking to the cross watcher. So cross watcher, if you've been dealing with a Virgo, I just feel as though, what your Virgo was dealing with was they were dealing with, I feel like they were a little bit tired of going around in a loop of friends, back to lovers, back to friends. And the relationship was never really escalating or going anywhere. So it was easy for them to get distracted. Like they were getting distracted because they were bored, and at the same time, they could have been, or at the same time, they just could have been looking at outside people or outside efforts elsewhere to satisfy their own personal success. But nevertheless, not really, still not letting you go either, and not really allowing the situation between you guys to really transform and take the shape of what it's really supposed to be, or was meant to be originally. Let's get some clarification here, because I feel like that was a little all over the place. But with that Fool card, I feel like that's kind of the expectation here. Hold on. All right. Fool, Four of Swords. Yeah, Virgo, someone here in the matter was just really waiting on the opportunity for you to start back over and come back with them. To the cross watcher, yeah, what it was I feel like you were really just at a resting point. You're Virgo, you were just at a moment where you were like, okay, Virgo, we can reconcile. I don't mind having any, but at the same time, you knew that you deserved a lot more than just the breakup to make up, or the we're lovers, or we're just friends this month. The spirit of wanting to dive right in definitely gets dwindled down after time, or got dwindled down through time, because of the constant getting to a certain level and then restarting. The Death card. Okay, so the Seven of Swords clarifies the Death card. I feel like you started to grow a lot. I feel like there's suspicion here. There's like, when I say suspicion, I don't mean to say like you were doing suspicious activities. I just feel like in this particular situation, crosswatcher still, I feel like in this particular situation, you were, I feel as though you were being a little bit, I just lost it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Virgo, I mean, or crosswatcher. So I just feel like, there was a situation, or there was a point in time here in this matter where, again, like I said, you were just ready to just sit back and just, like, I'm tired of our relationship or our situationship. I'm tired of, the big master reset in the whole thing, like every time we get to a certain level, I get reset on and then I have to build back up with you, you know, but unbeknownst to them, Virgo, crosswatcher. Wait, unbeknownst to Virgo, right? Crosswatcher, I feel as though you were really kind of wisening up to what was really happening here. And I just really feel like, again, while the time that you took to rest and just kind of sit back and not necessarily like participate in all of the like, conflama of, everything that was happening. You took a resting point, and when you were able to take a rest, I feel like you really were able to identify the areas that needed to really change, and you were the one to start to make those changes, unbeknownst to either Virgo, or Virgo, maybe you were the one to do these changes unbeknownst to you know your cross watcher or whomever it is that's watching this on your behalf. So it was almost like, okay, well, if you're not going to change and this is not going to change, this whole situation is just going to be a repeat cycle, then I'm going to change. I'm going to go ahead and tip out and make my exit in a very quiet way. So crosswatcher, you may have ghosted Virgo, but they're still on your mind. Or Virgo, you may have been ghosted by this person, and this is why. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles clarifying the Nine of Cups. A sense of knowing that I would be better off alone, right? Crosswatcher. Why? Oh, man. I'm just going to title this the Crosswatcher series because, like, I swear all of this has been like the Crosswatcher, for the Crosswatcher. So Crosswatcher, you and your Virgo, right? The situation that you were dealing with them tells me here that, you know, yeah, other, like if you had not put an end to this situation, or if you had not, just made your quiet exit, I don't feel as though you would have been able to really reach this level that you are now. And you may be feeling now, quite independent and quite happy with the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Not only are you abundant within your own independent right, but you also have this emotional fulfillment within your own independent right. Okay. Now with the nines there, understand, there is room for more, right? There's still room for more pentacles. So, or one more pentacle, which means also is that, you may be approaching the end of, this sort of singledom type of thing right now, which, if this is coming up for you right now, this may mean that, you may be thinking about this person that you've been kind of putting on repause, that you've been putting on reset over and over and over again. Or, maybe they've been thinking about you a lot, right? Let's see what clarifies the Eight of Coins. Eight of Coins is the world, yeah. And then the big world, right? So the big end. The end, that is the new beginning, right? So let me explain it. I feel like in tarot, you have the ace and then you have, the 10, right? Or better yet, you know, so let's say you have the 10 and then that's the end of a cycle, and then the ace of that same suit would be like the beginning of a cycle. But then in the middle of it, you have the world, right? Which is like that threshold between the cycles. This is that point where you're really looking at the situation like, okay, I've done all this work and I've completed all this work, but you're still looking at what you have upcoming. And I feel like it's good things. I feel like it's good things. I feel like maybe things that you put in work for in the past will start to revolve back around to you. Okay. So again, the world card, reconciliation, once again, Virgo, this person might be coming back up on a cycle of coming back around to you. You know, if this is somebody that you dealt with here in the past, that they, again, you know, it's always been a never ending cycle of going back and forth between, you know, friendship. I get friendship, relationship, you know, but then now all of that is put to an end and there probably hasn't been any contact. I don't feel like there probably wasn't any contact for some time. For some of you, that may have been for a year and a half, 18 months, or 9 months, maybe somewhere in that time frame. But now after all that time, right, like, I don't know, you might be hearing back from them, or they might be popping up. They might pop up around some sort of project that might be work related. You might be joining with their project or with their team on something. So let's take a look at how we are feeling about each other now, right? Because clearly, you know, the one that got away, of course, always is going to linger in your mind. How do you feel about them? How might they feel about you? Let's take a look. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. Wow. Wow, Virgo. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. I feel like that's probably the reason why they left. Or a crosswatcher, that's the reason why you left. Why you just kind of made your quiet little exit, because you know, you got tired of like trying to live up to something maybe, or you were feeling like you needed to live up to something, right? But ultimately what it was that you just were beginning to feel as though this person can't make a solid thing with me, then maybe I'm not what they're expecting out of a relationship, you know? This person has yet to be able to say, okay, you know, Virgo, let's sit down and let's have a conversation about the next phase of our relationship and taking it to the next level, as much as you may have wanted it to get there. Talking to either or side here. As much as you really wanted to get there, there was this degree of someone saying, well, listen, you want all of that? Like, I can give you, you know, a good, you know, like relationship. I can give you a good friendship, but I don't know. There's just this part of them that was just, they were still looking for other things. They were still looking for something that they felt they deserved. The next card, being apart has been life-changing for me. I feel like there's some degree of someone saying, listen, you know, what we went through, or what we have accomplished in this particular life, or what we were going through at that time in our lives. Now that we've been apart, it's really allowed me to really look at the person that I've been, and understanding where other people deserve love just as much as I do. Okay. I mean, I feel like this is a classic case where, yeah, someone was, just very non-committal. They would maybe flirt with the idea of being in a relationship, and, the love, and not to say that they didn't love you or that you didn't love them. It's not to say that at all. It's just that there was just this non-committal vibe here. And as long as you kept them, on a leash. Well, I won't say on a leash, but it's like as long as you kept them around, yeah, things were always the dynamics of the situation will always shift. So yeah, one minute they'll have you, yeah, one minute y'all will be out on dates and y'all will be dating and, you know, having sex and, just being passionate with another and loving on one another and giving each other what you guys needed. But as soon as it gets to a point to where it started to go to a different level, as soon as it gets to a point to where it's gone to a different level, then it's like somebody's like, no, I need to operate from a more single stance. Let's go back to being like just friends, right? So what would you expect out of that, How would anybody know what to expect of you? What they could expect from themselves. But they just know that, someone has wisened up. So from someone's taking their leave from this particular, connection, the other person I feel has been affected, and, it has almost even like opened up their eyes, and they possibly will be wanting some sort of reconciliation with you. Okay. Or at least they think about it still. But there's a sense of a very fresh new energy maybe coming around this time with them, with the Fool card still being present, as well as the World card being at the beginning and the end of my tarot. I do feel like, something has changed and transformed with them. And of course, you being, yeah, that's what I was going to say that one time I got stuck. Yeah, something has changed and formed and transformed within them as a result of, you taking your exit. It caused them to kind of be this Four of Swords as well, and just sit down and really reflect on, like past behaviors of just jumping into things. So for advice to finish this out here, we have love is all around you. There is love everywhere, all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Card number 16. This is a very bright, very energetic, a very bright tone. I just feel as though, this is just something to carry with you, just to understand that, or it has been something that you have been carrying with you, to understand if you feel like you were the person that was ghosted on, or if you're feeling like you were the person who, that person made their exit away from you. You have been kind of getting by just understanding that, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be people, right, to give you love. Like love can be found around all around you, whether that's, where you see it in other people, or you see it when it comes to like you and your pets or anything, or just your family. It just doesn't always have to be romantic, right? But just understanding that love is still out there, love is still possible, love is still able to obtain. And I feel like that's probably the energy that either one of you are really carrying, as far as hoping to reconcile again. But I feel like the next time that you might reconcile with this person possibly could be a different story. They could be showing you, that they may be ready to actually take things really to the next level. Like, and that's all y'all have been wanting anyway. Whoever that resonated to, whether it's Virgo or Virgo's cross watcher, one of you guys, that's all you wanted anyway, was to be, you know, was to take this thing to the next level, man. Virgo, I'm gonna let you go there. But let me know how this works out, though, in the comment box. Whether that was Virgo or Virgo's cross watcher. Please don't be mad at me if the if the messages don't resonate to you. I tell you guys all the time, do not force the storyline if it doesn't fit to you. Okay. And this is a timeless message. Okay. So understand that, it might not fit for you at this moment. Okay. If you want to book a personal reading with me, then email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. It's been real with you guys, Virgo. I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I've been talking way too long. I need something to drink. Bye, Virgo.